the major pentatonic scale, okay? Okay, so the shape of the scale is as follows. Now we're gonna start on the 5th fret here, the 5th fret of the low E string. Now this note is A, okay? Now because this note is the first note in the scale, okay? That's called the root note or the tonic. So because we're starting on the 5th fret, which is an A, therefore what we're about to play is called the A major pentatonic scale, okay? So we'll start on the 5th fret. So the scale goes 5, 7. Then we'll come down to the A string, 4, 7. Come down to the D string, 4, 7. Come down to the G string, 4, 6. Then we'll come down to the high E string, 5, 7. Sorry, the B string, 5, 7. Then on the high E string, 5, 7. What we just did, that's called ascending the scale. It means we're going higher in pitch, so towards the floor. Now to go lower or to descend the scale or to go upwards, the shape would be 7, 5, 7, 5, 6, 4, 7, 4, 7, 4, 7, 5. And then we're back to the root note again. Okay? Now the reason why I said at the start that this was the A major pentatonic scale is because that scale shape is movable across the entire neck, okay? And the name of the scale changes depending on the root note. So if I start that scale shape on the 7th fret, this note here is B. So therefore the scale would be the B major pentatonic scale, okay? If it was the B major pentatonic scale, it would go 7, 9, 6, 9, 6, 9, 6, 8, 7, 9, 7, 9. Okay? If I were to do it on the 3rd fret, that would make it the G major pentatonic scale because this note here is G. Go 3, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 4, 3, 5, 3, 5. Okay? Now this scale shape is very useful for players because this allows you to play over songs in a major key, okay? So if I have a song in the key of A major, all of the notes in the A major pentatonic scale, they all come from the notes in the A major scale, like the normal A major scale, okay? So what that means is, if I want to play like licks and riffs and stuff, I would choose the corresponding major scale to go over whatever major key the song is in, okay? So if I have a song in the key of A major, I would play the A major pentatonic scale over that. So in the next part of this video, I'm going to show you how the major pentatonic scale and the minor pentatonic scale are actually connected, okay? If you don't know the minor pentatonic scale or you want to learn the minor pentatonic scale, I have a video fully explaining that. Click on the icon in the top corner. Okay, so we have our major pentatonic scale. And we also have our minor pentatonic scale. Okay, now these two scale shapes are actually connected, okay? They are connected through what we call relative major and minor keys. So put simply, every single major key, major chord, they all have a corresponding minor key and minor chord, okay? Now what that means is, let's take the key of A minor and the key of C major, okay? These two keys okay, so let's take the key of A minor and the key of C major, okay? These two keys, oops, sorry, the camera's lopsided. These two keys are what we call relative to each other, okay? So A minor is the relative minor of C major, and C major is the relative major of A minor. Now what that means is these two scales share all of the same notes. So all of the notes in the key of A minor are, So all of the notes in the A minor scale are exactly the same as all of the notes in the C major scale, okay? Another example would be the key of D major and the key of B minor. All of the notes found in the D major scale are exactly the same as all of the notes found in the B minor scale and vice versa. And this is how the major pentatonic scale and the minor pentatonic scale are connected. Okay, so I'll show you an example. So the A minor pentatonic scale So I use the keys of A minor and C major again as an example. So quick recap, the pentatonic scale, so for a quick recap, the minor pentatonic scale shape goes 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. Okay. So if we take our A minor pentatonic scale shape, then we play the major pentatonic scale shape we just learned starting on C. You'll start to realize that the end of the minor pentatonic scale is actually the start of the major pentatonic scale, okay? So if you take all the notes on the low E string, A and then C, this note is the end of that pentatonic scale shape at the start of the major pentatonic scale shape. Same as on the A string, right? So the minor pentatonic scale is 5/7 on the A string. The major pentatonic scale is 7/10. See how the last note in the minor shape is the first note in the major shape. We'll come down to the D string, it's the same thing. The last note on the minor shape here is the first note on the major shape here. Okay, it's all interconnected because these two keys, A minor and C major, they are relative to each other. Both scales share the same notes. I'll show you another example. So the key of D major, if I play the D major pentatonic scale, and then I play the B minor pentatonic scale, it's the same thing. So the end of the B minor pentatonic scale, with this note D, that's the beginning of the major pentatonic scale. Okay, now what this means is that if you're playing over a song, say in the key of B minor, you can switch between the B minor pentatonic scale and the D major pentatonic scale. Okay, you can use both of these scales in the same song because they are relative to each other. They share all of the same notes. To figure out the relative major or minor of any given key to work out which pentatonic scale shapes that you can use is actually quite simple. Okay, so I'll just show you how to do it from the examples that we've been using, so A minor and C major. If we are in a minor key, in this case A minor, to figure out the relative major of that key, and therefore to figure out which major pentatonic scale shape we can use, so we start on the root note of the minor pentatonic scale. All we're going to do is go up 3 frets, or up 1.5 steps, okay? So we'll start on A, 1, 2, 3. And we land on C. Therefore, the relative major of the key of A minor is C major. Another example would be the key of D major. So if I'm in a major key, in order to figure out which minor pentatonic scale shape I can use and therefore to work out the relative minor of that key, I'd start on the root note of the major scale that I'm going to use. Then I just go down 1.5 steps or down 3 frets on the guitar. 1, 2, 3. And I land on B. Therefore, B minor is the relative minor to D major, and therefore I can use the B minor pentatonic scale and the D major pentatonic scale. I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you did, please like the video, subscribe, ring that bell. My name is Seth Webster. I appreciate you all for watching. I'll see you around.